Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of my Guessing Matchup Charts series. Welcome. It's good to see you guys again. Now, as you guys know, I do an episode of this series where I will spin a wheel, get a character, make a matchup chart for them without really having that much experience playing said character, and then compare that matchup chart to a top player's matchup chart to see how close I could guess to a correct one. And as you guys know, I typically do an episode of this series when A, I don't have a tournament to cover, or B, I need something easy to do for a video. I definitely could have covered a tournament today, but I have to go do volunteer work at my college afterwards, and then I work right after. So we're definitely in a B scenario today for the first time, where I really I need something easy. I hope you guys understand. But without further ado, let's just hop right into it. Let's go ahead and get our first character. Oh boy, it begins. This one will be easy, I think. We got Fox. Let's do this. Okay, so for Fox, I happen to know that Pikachu, Mr. Game & Watch, and Luigi are Fox's -2 matchups. I've looked at Light's matchup chart enough to know. So I know that these are the -2s, but other than that, I didn't really look at his matchup chart that much. So I'm going off a blind from here on out. I'm gonna do Banjo +2. Bayo, I think this is a bad matchup for Bayo. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty bad matchup for Bayo. Going off of Light versus Bloom Forever, like the comments on that VOD and the analysis of that VOD from DeBuzz, but I'm gonna go ahead and just put it at +1. Bowser, I'm gonna put -2. Bowser Jr. -2. Byleth, I'm gonna put him at even, and same with Captain Falcon, actually. I'm gonna put that at even. Chrom, I'm gonna go +1. Cloud, I'm gonna go even, maybe even -1, but I think Cloud's probably even. Corrin, I'm gonna go even. Daisy, I have a feeling this could be +1, but I feel like Fox gets edge guarded, so I'm gonna put it even for now. Dark Pit +1. I think the Samuses are both gonna be +1, because I think this is supposed to be a losing matchup for Samus. Diddy Kong, I'm gonna put +1. Donkey Kong, I'm putting +2. Same with Doc and same with Duck Hunt. Falco, I'm gonna put +1. Ganondorf +2. Greninja, I'm gonna put +1. Hero, I'm gonna go +1. And Ice Climbers, I might put it even. I think my main problem right now is I have no idea who I'm gonna put in -1 tier. I have no clue. Ike, I'm gonna put +1. Incineroar, I'm gonna put +1. Inkling, even. Cause here's the thing, Inkling is weird. Inkling is not a top tier character, but Inkling beats so many top tiers for no reason. So I don't really know about Inkling. I could see it being in either +1 or even. I'm gonna go +1 for right now. Isabel, I'm just gonna put a +1, not +2. Joker, I'm gonna say -1. Oh, there you go. Jigglypuff +1. Kazuya, I'm gonna say -1. I think the Shotos, Ken at least is probably even. King Dedede +3. K-Rool +3. Kirby +1. I'm gonna say Link +1. I'm gonna say Little Mac +1. I'm gonna say Lucario +2. Lucas +1. Lucina even. Mario even, I think, for that matchup. Marth even. Mega Man might actually be even. I'm gonna put Mega Man in even. I'm gonna put Meta Knight in +1, I think. Mewtwo, I'm gonna put in +1. Brawler, I'm gonna put in even. Me Gunner +2. Me Swordy +2. Min Fox, I think, is even, and I'm saying that from the perspective of a Min player, not from the trying to guess Fox matchup player. So Ness, I'm gonna put as even. Pac-Man, I'm gonna put as -1. I'm not entirely sure about that one though. Palu even. I put Daisy as even, right? Yeah, there's Peach. Pichu, I'm gonna say +1. Actually, I'm gonna say Pichu. I'm gonna say Pichu even. I'm gonna say Pichu's even. If Pika is that bad, Pichu can't be winning. No shot. I'm gonna say Olimar's even. I'm gonna say Plant is +2. I'm gonna say Pit is +1. PT, I'm gonna say even. Aegis, I'm gonna put Aegis in the -1. Richter +1, Ridley +1. Rob, I think Rob loses that matchup. Robin +1, Rosalina +1. I'm gonna say Roy even, Ryu even. I'm gonna say Sephiroth even, because it's gotta be better than Diddy, right? For Tweak to go that. Sheik, I'm gonna say is +1. I feel like Fox just kind of boxes Sheik. Shulk might actually be even. Simon goes where Richter went. Snake is even. I'm gonna say Sonic +1, which is something that you really cannot say for like the majority of characters in this game, huh? And let's go find Light's matchup chart. All right, so here we have Light's matchup chart. I literally didn't even have to freaking Google it. It's in my bookmark tweets. So we see our -1s. I'm surprised to see both of the other Spaceys in -1 and Mario. I think, like, I don't know, in my mind, Fox is better than Falco, so I kind of just like, it makes sense to me that he wins that. And then Wolf Fox, people debate about at length. And I am surprised to see Wario down here. Pichu makes sense to me, Ness makes sense to me, Aegis makes sense to me, Joker makes sense to me, Shulk makes sense to me. Mario, the other Spaceys, Wario and Pichu, no, Pichu makes sense. Wario is surprising. I think Wario is actually very surprising for me. I was not expecting that, and I'm kind of wondering why, considering Light's amazing record against Gluttony, which is kind of what I was going off of for like debating Wario's placement. I was kind of like, well, Light is Gluttony's bracket demon for a certain point. Pichu makes sense. I kind of underestimated Pichu a little bit. Other Spaceys, yeah. Mario, I don't know. I'm gonna blame the Alpha Rad video. That's like Fox versus Mario. I'm gonna blame that Alpha Rad video as to why I thought that was even. Y'all know which one I'm talking about? Sora +2, that makes a lot of sense. I think I remember now that Sora is considered that matchup really bad. I had completely forgotten about it, but at least I didn't have it even. The Samus is in +2. It's like, yowza, bro. He's got Rob and even, which is interesting to me. These are the even or -1s. He's got Kirby Ices in there. Okay. Pac-Man and Yoshi here. That's fair. I don't know, there really aren't that many differences. I think the differences are mostly not really like that big of a deal. I think the main difference between me and Light's matchup chart is that like any winning matchup, he kind of has in a different spot, but it's still winning. And the losing matchups he kind of has in a different spot, but they're still losing, with a few notable exceptions. All right, let's get our second character. Okay. Fox was a fairly easy one to do in terms of like, do I know that character? And now we have to do a character I legit know absolutely nothing about. I have never touched Lucas in my life in this game. Oh goodness, this is gonna suck. All right, here we have the Lucas matchup chart. Let's get started. I'm gonna say Fox -1. I might even make it -2. I'm not quite sure. I actually will put it -2. I think the reflector will probably mess up Lucas a lot, but I also feel like Lucas could probably edgeguard Fox. -1. I'm gonna say Banjo +1, Bowser +1. I really don't know what the +2s are gonna be. Bowser Jr., I'm gonna say even. DK +1. You know, I'm already foreseeing a problem, is that any matchup chart of Lucas that I'm gonna find online is gonna have way more faith in Lucas than I do. So that's already a problem. I actually will put DK in +2. I'm gonna put Doc, I'm gonna put Duck, I'm gonna put Ganon, I'm gonna put Dedede, I'm gonna put Kirby, Kid. That's K rule. Y'all ever do that where you associate a player with a character so much? Anyways, Lucario. I'm gonna put me Gunner, me Swordy, Plant in here. I think this is a solid +2 tier for almost any character in the game. Except maybe DK. Get DK out of there. Get Dunk Hunt out of there maybe. But like other than that, it's a pretty solid +2 tier. put Ensign winning. I'm gonna put that one losing. Oh God, hiccups? Now? Why? Oh God. I gotta get through this matchup chart with hiccups. Oh God. Isabel +1. Kirby. That's not Kirby, that's Puff. Even. Kirby. Even. Actually, I'm putting Pika in -1 because Pika loses to Ness, so Lucas can't do that bad, right? Luigi, I'm gonna say -1, and that's it. Let's go find a matchup chart. Bro, has anyone made one? Oh no, Regalo, yes. Okay, we found Regalo. How do I read this? Okay, one thing I'm noticing right off the bat, this is fine, but what is Falcon doing up here? Does Falcon actually lose like -2 to Lucas? I had no idea. I'm gonna need someone to explain this matchup in particular to me in the comments. I know the comments of this series can kind of get hostile at times, and I want to reiterate that you really should not take anything I'm saying too seriously, but I'm gonna need someone to explain this to me in the comments. Slight win over Pac-Man? I don't know. I mean, he's the expert, so I'll trust it. Slight win over, okay, here, I'm calling BS. How are you having Marth in +1 and Lucina in -2? They're like the same character. It's just one of them hits slightly less hard. I think the things that probably makes Lucina a bad matchup for Lucas, Marth could probably do the same thing. It's the range, it's the sword, it's those combos. Like, Marth and Lucina are different, but their differences I don't think matter in this matchup. Bayo and Slight Win is interesting. Gosh, Young Link down there. That makes sense, I guess. ZSS I called. Joker I called. Lucina I called. A lot of the swords are in... Wait a minute. Oh, I've just realized something. This tier list goes +2, +1, even, -1, -2, -3. This tier list has -3s on it. Okay, that's different then. Because if we're taking this as my -2 tier, then I got a lot closer than I thought I did at first. I actually got a lot closer than I thought I did. I've also just realized that there is no Fighters Pass 2 on this matchup chart. So, yeah, his thoughts have probably changed by now. But this is what happens, all right? When I get a character that like no one plays, all right? How am I supposed to make him? How, man? The one other thing I find wacky is Game & Watch and Even. That seems like that would be a terrible matchup. But other than that, I think this is fine. I think I really did good on the losing matchup part. I think that was like my best, the best that I did for Lucas. It's just that these Even and Slight Win are kind of jumbled up a little bit. All right, let's get our third character. Cloud. Okay, that's fine. Cloud is a pretty basic one, and I definitely know what top player we're gonna get for that one, huh? All right, here we go. We got our Cloud matchup chart. I think I know what the -2s are, so I'm gonna start there. I think Sonic is definitely in there, and that's it. I think Inkling is down there if I remember correctly. So's Ridley. DK's in -1. This is looking crazy already, right? But like these are the ones I remember from Spargo's matchup chart. I remember these for sure. There's got to be a few more -2s I'm forgoing right now. I think probably Aegis is down here too. And then from here on, I'm gonna start from scratch, I think. I'm just gonna put a good amount of these matchups in +2. Once again, Cloud is a top tier character. There's not that much that I'm too worried about in terms of like, I don't know. There's not that much I'm worried about in terms of like, could Cloud really beat me Sword Fighter? Like, yeah, duh. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put Mike in there because Cloud isn't really that much of a zoner. There might be some other characters. Like I'll move Robin down here, I think. But I think this tier is solid as fuck. I mean, I'll move Lucas down. I don't know why I put Lucas up there. But it's also at this point like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it's like, wait a minute. Because is it really like this? I don't know. I don't know if I could really say that like half of these shouldn't go in +2. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I'm gonna put a lot of faith in Cloud on this one. Villager, Bowser, Hero, God, Wii Fit, Pichu, Ices, Falcon, Sheik, Diddy. I mean, who doesn't he beat? Wait, did he beat Fox? I don't remember. Let's say even with the Samuses. Because that seems like it makes sense to me. Because I don't think the Samuses lose that matchup. Falco, even, I guess. I'll put Captain Falcon and Diddy down in even. I'll put Falcon, Diddy, Fox. Falcon, Diddy, Fox, I'll put down in even. Maybe even Bayo. But I feel like I'm really underselling Cloud. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it is. I feel like I'm underselling Cloud a lot. I'm gonna say Byleth goes in even. I'm gonna say the Peach and Daisy probably go there too. And the Shotos probably go there too. I might even put the Shotos in +1. I think the Game & Watch is even. And that's it for our Cloud matchup trial. Let's go find Spargo. Chat, we've encountered an issue. Spargo deactivated his Twitter account. So I can't use Spargo's matchup chart if he doesn't have his Twitter active. So I'm gonna go see what I can do real quick. Okay, I was able to find this matchup chart from Spargo. I mean, this is from Smash Librarian's YouTube channel. I don't even really know when or where this was, but that certainly is Spargo down there. So we'll go off of this. Now, yeah, look at this massive winning tier. I think the biggest difference, and I was really kicking myself for this when I was making it, I should have put a lot of more characters in winning. Because Cloud is like a top tier character, you know what I'm saying? Falco, Link is interesting. I'm wondering about the reasoning on that. Wins or even with Steve is really funny to me. Even Ike is interesting. Ike is really interesting because Ike you wouldn't really expect to do that well because Ike, you know, I mean, I guess it's just a character that's diminished in the meta. The pits are interesting. The characters that are here that I didn't expect to be here are the pits, Pichu, Meta Knight, and then Ike. But all the other ones I think are like whatever. And then Link is a weird one for me. Losing Bowser was in there too. So is Sheik. Other than that, I got a lot of those right. Shulk, I should have known, because Shulk just has a bigger sword. I should have known. Yeah, the main difference between his and mine is that basically this entire +1 tier can be shifted up into +2. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a tragedy. I was kicking myself when I was making the list too. Even I don't know. I should have gone with my gut. All right, let's get our 4th character for today. Okay. Dear God, you know, for a character that I actually have played a little bit, like quite a bit, I don't really know anything about Toon Link's matchups. This will be interesting. I want to start this off by saying that I have actually looked at a Toon Link matchup chart before. It was Jojo Johobo's Toon Link matchup chart. However, I remember it, and his only 2 losing matchups for Toon Link in the entire game was Aegis and Shulk. That was it for losing matchups. Everything else was even or above. And me personally, I think that might be a bit optimistic, a bit more optimistic than I am perhaps. But we're gonna see what my Toon Link matchup chart looks like. You guys let me know if you think that matchup chart was based or not. I think Cloud will beat Toon Link -2 for the same reasons that Shulk and Pyramithra would. Big range. an even. Let's put Wario down there, but I think Wario might even be even. Mario, Falco, Fox, Captain Falcon. I'm gonna put Mega Man, Brawler. I'm gonna say Ness is even. I feel like Toon Link for some reason would do really well against the PK kids. Olimar I'm gonna put down here. I'm gonna put Yoshi down here. I'm gonna put Young Link down here. I'm gonna put Luigi, but no, I'm gonna put Luigi in even. I'm gonna put Martha in even. I'm gonna put Pac-Man down here. I'm gonna put Steve down here in -2. The Samuses I think will go -1. Same with Diddy. Same with Bayo. Same with, I think Byleth will go even for now. Peach and Daisy as well as the Shotos I think will go down here. Same with Min Min. I'm gonna put Palu and Snake down in -2. Same with Terry. Same with Wolf. Same with Roy. Lucina I'll put -1. I'm gonna say Corin -1. PT -1. I think I kind of want to put Sephiroth down here. Big sword. But also Sephiroth kind of gets wrecked a little bit because he's lighter. I might put Sephiroth in even with like Byleth and whatnot. I'm gonna say Kazium loses. I'm gonna say Game & Watch loses. No, okay. Game & Watch wins this matchup. Toon Link loses it. My brain no work good, huh? DK, I'm gonna say +1. I'm gonna say Pikachu -2. I'm gonna say Rob -2. I'm gonna say ZSS -2. I'm gonna say Joker -2. I'm gonna say Inkling -1. Sonic -2. I'm gonna say Ridley +1. And that's it for our matchup chart. Let's go find a Toon Link matchup chart. Now here we have Jojo Johobo's matchup chart. Okay, wait, it wasn't only losing. It was his only -2s. Okay, it makes sense. This is Jojo Johobo's matchup chart. This is pretty much the only matchup chart from a top Toon Link that you're like likely to find out there. And yeah, like I said earlier, this is a very optimistic matchup chart in my opinion, but I think the main difference is that I just kind of have most of these -1s and -2. Like the majority of these -1s are in my -2 tier. And then my -1 tier is kind of filled up with a lot of these evens. Basically every single one of these evens, except like Marth, Link, Sora, Hero, the Belmonts, I think like are in my -1 tier. Except Peach. No, Peach is there. And so yeah, I think that's the main difference. The main difference, like the +1 tier is actually even pretty good, except for the Min Min. I don't know about that one. But other than that, the main difference between JoJo's matchup chart and my matchup chart is that my -1 tier is his even tier. So he's got a little bit more faith, and then his -1 tier is kind of just like half of my -2 tier. So that's the main difference. But in terms of which characters populate which sides of the matchup chart, like losings and evens and winnings, I actually think I did really well. I'm actually kind of happy with my matchup chart on this one. I think this is a pretty solid one in terms of like which ones are even, which ones are losing. Now, in terms of like +1 or +2, that's where it gets iffy. But other than that, that's fine. And now we get to our final character of the day. Who we gonna get? Who we gonna get? Who we gonna get? Who we gonna get? Ridley! Oh dear God, okay. Okay, we got our Ridley matchup chart. Here's the thing, I think Ridley gets so messed up by so many characters, so I'm gonna put Toon Link down there. I'm gonna say Plant +1, I'm gonna say Doc. I think this is a pretty good matchup chart in terms of like what Ridley wins. I think this might be it for winning. I'm gonna say even, I'm gonna say -1 for Link, which is a rarity for me to say, right? Lucas, I'm gonna actually say Lucas is +1. No. I'll say Villager even. I'll say Wii Fit. Pichu, I'm gonna say +1. DK, I'm gonna say is -1. I'm gonna say Luigi's -1. Might even be -2 because I think his grab outranges Ridley. Sora, I'm gonna say -1 because it's a little bit of a stubbier sword. Ike, I'm gonna put -1 because he's kind of just bad. Chrom, I'm gonna put even because Chrom especially gets edge guarded really hard. But the pits, I'm gonna put down here. Kirby, I'm gonna put +1. Meta Knight, I'm gonna put +1. Hero's even. Ridley's even with Icy's. Rosa, I'm gonna put -1. I'm gonna say Wario even because Wario could probably get walled out a fair bit. Same with Ness. Marth, I'm gonna put -1. Byleth and Sephiroth -2 for sure. We got Yoshi, Falco, Greninja, Sheik. I think all these belong down here. Mario should definitely be -1, even though I think it would be -2, but Mario has the potential to get walled out a little bit. Same reasoning for Fox. Same reasoning for Falcon. I think these 3 characters could get walled out a little bit, and if they didn't get walled out, it'd be -2. I'm gonna say Mega Man is -2. I'm gonna say Brawler is -1. Same reasoning as these 3. I'm gonna say Olimar's down here. I'm gonna say Young Link's down here. I'm gonna say Pac-Man's down here. The Samuses, I think, are down here as well. Diddy Kong, I think Banana is a really good tool to infiltrate Ridley's walling. Bayo, let's get the Peach and Daisy. Let's get Ken and Ryu. Let's get Min Min down there. I'm gonna put Lucina -1, Corrin -1. A little bit stubbier range and can get in, Ridley can get in on those characters a little bit easier. PT should be -2. Let's be honest with ourselves. Kazuya, Game & Watch, Inkling, Cloud. Okay, so in the perspective of Cloud, I said this was -1. In the perspective of Ridley, I'm putting it at even. It might not make that much sense. I promise you in my brain it does. Shulk, definitely -1. I'm gonna say, -2. Same with Aegis. Same with Steve. Same with Palu. Same with Snake. Same with Terry. Same with Wolf. I'm gonna say Roy -1 because he's stubby. I'm gonna say Pikachu only -1 because he's a little stubby. I'm gonna put Steve up here as well. I think in terms of heavies, Ridley actually, or like big bodies, I guess, because he's not a heavy. Ridley does the best against Steve. Rob -2, ZSS -2, Joker, Sonic, and that's it. Let's go find ourselves a Ridley matchup chart. All right, everyone, I have just found Mezcal, who I would consider the best Ridley in the world's matchup chart. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this. We see our -2s. We got Palu, Sephiroth, Rob, Samus, Young Link, Mega Man. I had all of those in my -2s, so I got -2s correct. One thing I will bring up is that there's this IDK tier. A lot of these I did place. I'm just gonna go ahead and disregard the characters from the IDK tier. I don't really know whether or not I got him right, and he doesn't really know either. So we're gonna see. -1.5. So there's a lot of other characters here that I put in my losing. Diddy, Pika, Toon Link, Pichu. Actually, a lot of these characters were in -2 or -1. So I think -1.5 is a good little sweet spot for them. Belmonts are also down here, which I put in even, which is fine. And Robin as well, which I don't know. Yeah, I put Robin in -1. Okay. His +1. No, that's his -1. DDD's in there too. I would expect that Nair would just kind of reflect Gordo every time, but I can see it, I guess. Snake and only -1. Here's the thing. The problem is that there's so many losing matchups for Ridley that I'm like, almost all of these are losing. And I got almost all of them right because I just kind of didn't have that much faith. Only difference is that I think Bayo I put lower, or no, the ones I put in winning that are in losing I think are Isabel, Link, Chrom, DDD. I think that's it. And then maybe DK, Duck Hunt? No, because Duck Hunt was even. No, Duck Hunt was even. Now, the one character in -1 in even that I find really interesting is that there's a lot of sorties in here. We have Corrin, we have Martha and Lucina, we got Ike, we got Roy, we got Terry? It's like, yeah, we go even with Terry, but God forbid we find a Mega Man. Sometimes it's like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? He's the expert, but I'm like, the fact that there's Olimar, Yoshi, like Roy, Luigi, Min Min especially, I disagree with, I think. I don't know. It feels like a lot of these characters that are in even are a little wacky to me personally, but he's the expert. +1 Cloud, that makes sense. The Shotos? Oh no, just Ken. Oh, okay, interesting choices. But yeah, this +1, +2 tier, I agree with. I think that's a very solid. It's just this even tier. My main difference, the main difference between my tier list and Mezcal's tier list is the even tier. That's pretty much it. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for the video today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I really needed an easy video to do today, but I hope you guys still got some enjoyment out of this. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing the series, these episodes of the series when I need a video, or when I don't have a tourney. And once again, don't take anything I really said in this video too seriously. It's, you know, just trying to do some fun, you know what I'm saying? Don't take this as like me disrespecting your mains or like, you know what I'm saying? Just, let's just all chill. All right, hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.